Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am so glad to see you here, and you're going to be glad that you came tonight too, because this video that you're fixing to watch is going to be another part to my Frugal Friends Living on Social Security series that I put out. Now, my video that I did of tips, money saving tips for Social Security was my most popular video that I've put out so far. That particular video got over 17,000 views. I was shocked, amazed, and over the hill happy with it. And I honestly believe that I received a lot of the most people that subscribed to my channel from that particular video. And it may even have more than views than that now, because I'm sure there's more people coming and viewing that particular video and maybe even subscribing. So what I had done, I received a bunch of comments. And in those comments, some of those comments, the people that watched that video left some of their tips. And I decided to put together this video and give you some people might read the comments that come through on the video, and others just leave their comment and they don't read them. So as I went through the comments and was answering them, I wrote down the ones that had tips that I had not already given. Now, some of the tips that were left were things that I had already given, and a lot of these tips that I'm sharing with you tonight are things that I had never thought of, that I was just overwhelmed and amazed by them, and I thought that you guys would like to know about them too. So what I'm going to do, and I have some props over here too that I'm going to be showing, and I have notes written down here that I'm going to be reading from. And I hope that this will be okay with the ones that left the tips, and I'm assuming that it will be, because they left the comments on my page for anybody to read. But I'm going to tell the name of the person that left the tip and tell you what that tip is, and then some of them might have props to go along with them. So let me get right into it. Now, the first tip that I got came from Forrest Family, and they told me not to use the plastic for storing or freezing, to use glass, because the plastic had BPA. Now, I actually received this same comment from several of the people that watched that video, saying that it was not a good idea to freeze in the plastic jars. Remember I showed you the little peanut butter jars that I used? They said they released toxins and gas and stuff. Several people had left that same comment, which was something I didn't know. I've been freezing in plastic and using it like that for years, because a lot of the stuff that I buy from the grocery store is in plastic, like frozen French fries and ice cream and stuff, they're in plastic tubs. Gloria T tells me that the plastic can cause cancer. And I hope I don't butcher some of these names, because I wasn't really sure how to pronounce all of them. Robin Patella tells me that you only need 1/8 cup of detergent needed to get your clothes clean. Now, I have this little thing right here. I'll try to hold it up so you can do a screenshot if you want. And it shows measurements, a breakdown of what certain types of measurements are, so that if you have, I guess you could use this in cooking too, is not just for detergent. But if you look right down here, the second one up from the bottom tells you what 1/8 of a cup is. It is 1 ounce, 2 tablespoons, 6 teaspoons, or 30 milliliters. Now, what I have found is inside this orange stuff that you get at the Dollar Tree, each one of these comes with a little measuring cup. And I have it right here. This is exactly 1/8 of a cup. So there you have it. That's all you need to do your laundry with. I'm imagine it could be used for powder or liquid. She didn't really say for sure, but I have a bunch of these because I use that orange powdery stuff a lot to make my own laundry detergent. But I actually went and pre-measured it before I come in here to do the video to make sure that I was telling you the truth. There is actually 1/8 of a cup inside of this little thing. Good tip. And Michelle Simcoe suggests that you use solar light bulbs and hang them over your doorways. Now, I imagine this tip would be very helpful in case of a power outage, like if your electricity went out in your house. But you could also just hang those bulbs up there like that. When you walked into a room, instead of flipping your light switch on, you would have those little solar powered light bulbs. I don't have any of them. I'm in the process of researching where to find those. I think I've seen some advertised online on Facebook, but I think that's a good idea to have those around just in case of emergencies and just to save on your utility bill. And Wanda Drawn, I think that's how you pronounce her name, Drawn, she likes to freeze 2% milk to cook with and whole milk only used to drink. Which I didn't ever differentiate between whatever milk. I bought whatever milk I found that was on sale or discounted, reduced, and that was what I froze. I used that for cooking, and I also used it for drinking. Everybody's preference is different, but this is what she said. So I thought that I would throw that in. It's a good little tip. Lisa Pitts suggests that you can use a body wash as a hand soap. And I thought that was a very clever one. And also says that you only have to use a half of a paper towel to dry your hands. Now, I had seen a tip somewhere before that said after you wash your hands, if you will shake them 1, 2, 3, 4 like that and count 12 times, shaking all the excess water off, that you can use a smaller paper towel, a half a paper towel. I know for a fact that works because that's what I do. Out in public, or even here at the house. I wash my hands, shake them off 12 times, and if I'm using a paper towel, I just tear off one sheet. And now you have the paper towels, that's split smaller, so you could even tear off one of those. So I like that tip. Emma Ellis says she likes to use 1/2 of a denture tablet for cleaning. Now, I don't remember if she specifically said in there what she used the cleaning of the denture tablets for. I do know that I read somewhere that you could use the denture tablet to clean your toilets. And also if you keep vases around with real flowers in them, that you could use the denture tablet to clean, deep down in the vase where you have troubles getting down in there, that you could use the denture tablets to get down there and clean that. I always just use a deep baby bottle brush to get in anything that's long and skinny to clean. Okay, and this is one that I'm probably not going to pronounce the name right on it. Judah 100 says she likes to stretch her food budget by using powdered milk. She soaks her laundry overnight in a bucket, rinses it, and hangs it to dry. 2 very good ideals. At one point in my life, I used to wash my laundry in the bathtub and hang it on hangers to dry. So I know that that's a very thrifty way. And then you could even hang them outside on a clothesline if you have an outside line. And by the way, I wanted to tell you, I have a lot of these tips here. So if this video begins to go too long, I won't read them all. I'll just stop and save them for another video, because I do want to make sure that I read all these wonderful tips that people have left for me. And the next one is from Tabitha Ward. She said she saves by using Foca detergent. Now, I don't know what that is. I've never heard of it. I don't know if that's a brand name or if those letters are like abbreviations for something. FOCA is how she wrote it. She said she uses microfiber cloths in the bathroom, and she has a bidet sprayer on her toilet that she bought online. I think she said she paid like $3 for it. So if anybody knows what the Foca detergent is, you can leave me a comment. Let me know, because I don't know. I don't know if it's a low, high energy, low sudsing type of detergent or how that goes. And Mornings with Grannies, which is a channel that I watch quite frequently, and I've got a lot of frugal tips from this lady. She adds in that a great idea is to use an empty dish detergent bottle, fill it half and half with water and fabric softener, and then squirt it into a load in the dryer before turning the dryer on. Now, I'm assuming since she said detergent, she's meaning like this, that you fill it half the way with fabric softener and the other half with water, because it's got this little squirty top, you know, that you can squirt to squirt into your dryer. I'm assuming this is what she's talking about when she says detergent bottles. And she also leaves a tip on here where she said she uses old cooking oil, I guess like vegetable oil, to burn in her kerosene lamps. Now, I don't have any kerosene lamps here. I've never really had a lot of doings with kerosene lamps, so I don't know too much how that goes. But evidently she's been doing it, or she wouldn't have suggested as a tip for somebody to do. And then this will probably be the last one that I can do because this video is already at 10 minutes. I don't want to go too long because you guys would get bored listening to me. Even though these are wonderful tips, I really want to get to this one tip though because I'm excited about it. Donna Hazlitt says to use the dryer balls to save dryer time. Now, for those of you who do not know what dryer balls are, I have some of them right here. I'm going to show you. These are some that I bought at Walmart. You get 2 of these in a package. I think they're like $5. But you can also make your own. And this is one that I actually have 2 that I've made. You just use wool yarn. It has to be 100% wool yarn. And then you wrap it until it's a tight ball. Put it in the side of a pantyhose, tie a knot, cut it. And you can even take essential oils and drop little bits on these balls to throw in your dryer to use as fragrance. These cut down on your drying time because I guess the tumbling action in there fans your clothes out and helps them dry faster. Gosh, I really hate to end this video because I still have a lot of good tips over here. But it's already almost 12 minutes long, so I'm going to have to say goodbye to y'all. I hate to do it, but I'm glad you came tonight and got to see these tips. I'm so very glad. And thank you guys, everyone that shared the tips. And for those of you who left me a tip that I haven't mentioned you yet, it's probably still on here if it's one that I'm not familiar with, because like I said, I have a lot of things on this table here with more good tips that I will be sharing with you. So thank you again for coming to visit me on my channel. I really appreciate it. To all my wonderful people that come here all the time, thank you so very much. Thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. And to those of you that are visiting for the first time, I'm glad that you came to visit with me. And y'all come back and see me any old time. Bye.